my first question here, how does it feel to be the most hated media guy in the moto industry then, Cooksey? Because let's face it, you're making some fucking waves happen here, and it's awesome. Like, we love it. We're on board with it.
Because we want to get all this shit, all the bro, keeping all this stuff hush-hush, handshakes behind it. If we ever get the chance to be even remotely big enough, we want to blow all that shit out of the water, just like what you, Coach, and Johnny are doing right now.
Yep.
Because we don't like this shit.
Well, let me tell you how it all started. I started off just screwing around. Okay. And I did a press conference, the second one I'd ever been a part of. Do you remember the Dungy one where he snapped his fingers and goes, "There was no crown"?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That was me.
Awesome.
Oh God.
All I asked was he fired up that everybody crowned, or I asked Reed and Tomac if they were mad that they crowned Dungy that week, because they did. Everybody crowned him. It was like it's over.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they didn't know he was going through some shit, and then it blew out. And I was a punching bag that week, and I'm like, well, you know what? Fuck this. If I'm just gonna be trying pussyfoot and I still get in trouble, I'm gonna just go out and tell it out. I'm gonna call it what it is, and if you don't like it, then don't do it. So from then on, I said, if I see it, I can talk about it. And, if these guys, there's this unwritten rule, this code, bullshit, man. If you're going to do dumb stuff, I'm going to talk about it. And that's what the sport's missing. It's missing, why? Okay, so yesterday, why are you're going to shove the cameras away from McAdoo? What's going on? That's, I'm sorry, man. That's the story.
Yep.
That's the story. And I love McAdoo. He's one of my favorite people in this sport, and he's so badass. He needs to be protected. And things like that bother me. And I get called on it. They're like, why would you say that? It's bad for the sport. In whose eyes it's bad for the sport? We all know this sport's dangerous. You can get hurt riding a dirt bike. You can die riding a dirt bike. We all know friends who've been paralyzed. But we know this, and we do it anyway. So stop hiding and acting like it doesn't exist.
Yep.
Parents aren't going to freak out. People still play football, and they know about concussions. This whole thing that Davey Coombs is pushing with his propaganda, it's bullshit.
Yep.
And then, I get mad and I look, okay, so just yesterday, there's 61 riders, 61 riders in each class. That's $36,000 in entry fee. Yet the purse is only $70,000. That's I'm talking just rider entry fee.
Yeah.
Rider entry fee. And then Davey's trying to tell me that he doesn't take a salary. It's only for the good of the sport.
Oh, get the fuck
blah,
out.
blah, blah.
Get the fuck out.
I'm like, dude, I have seen the contract. I know that's not true. There's a lot of money that can be made in this sport. And what he doesn't understand is I'm not doing this to take his money. What I think that motherfucker has done a lot. He has built this thing. It was about to die in 2008 before he jumped in. Mm-hmm. And Davey jumped in and saved it. He really did. And I commend him for that. But right now he's choking it to death. If he just let go, share the profits, share 40% of that money that he says isn't there, with the riders, everybody that makes the show will leave with a couple thousand, and they can get to the next round, and it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Because if we have guys repeatedly, if the fans learn the guys in 20 through 40th position, they know their stories, you'll get more people coming, more people paying attention. That's how you build it. Right now, nobody knows them because they show up for 1 year and they realize they're not making any money and they're out.
Yep. Exactly. I've been on the same rant with you since you and Coach brought it up the first time, however many weeks ago, about this. The profit share needs to be better. We need to put spotlights on, right now,
there's no profit share.
Well, yeah, but right now, okay, you're choking down the fucking media aspect outside of the main media guys, your media bros, we'll call them, in the industry. No. You need to be opening that shit up. Every fucking rider should have a GoPro. Every fucking rider should be encouraged to have a vlog. Whether you guys have, say the series people have video editors to edit the shit for the guys or whatever, that should all be a thing, man. You should not be choking this down. I did the math at one point, okay? And it was some really rough math. Don't get me wrong. I was in my shop powder coating, and I had this thought come through my head. I'm like, what if... Let's say, and this was for Supercross period, let's say Feld is paying for one dude and one mechanic to come, and we're going to do full gates. So you got 40 dudes per class, right? Okay? So that to make sure that we have 2 full gates for every single race that we do, okay? So you're going to pay for a mechanic and a rider. You're going to pay for their hotel and their flights, okay? And I figured it up for 17 rounds, came out to something like 150 grand or something stupid like that. Like, it wasn't a lot of money. And I'm like, you guys can't do this so that we don't have a fucking LCQ like Salt Lake City with 5 fucking dudes in it?
Like a fair race?
Yeah, like, come the fuck on.
I pitched this to him.
Dude.
I literally pitched this to Feld. I said, listen, take the Teddy Parks. Teddy Parks has got a great deal going on, but people pay to be on that.
Yeah.
I said, why can't you take guys, okay, you start off with the first 40 guys, top 40 guys from the previous year. Hey, do you guys have a ride? If you want, you can put it in the Feld semi. We haul your bike, we offer gas, and then that's it. And there's transpo costs. Sell it to Monster, have another Monster rig out there. You got one more sponsorship, and now you have guaranteed your field.
Yeah.
Not only are you, and little stuff like that. And you know what my response was? We don't do that. I go, what do you mean? He's all, we give them a platform, we promote a race, they're responsible for getting there.
That's fucking so dumb. Dude,
It's short-sighted.
Can you imagine if fucking the Detroit Lions were like, oh, hey, guys, we have a stadium for you to play in, and we're going to schedule the rest of these fucking football games, but make sure that you figure out your own way to get to the out-of-town games. Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, that's how dumb that sounds. So it's just, I don't know, man. It blows my fucking mind.
There are people out there that don't want to evolve the sport. Everybody wants to talk about how we want to evolve, but it's like, we're only evolving it if they make everybody else, the higher ups that are already making money, even more money. But fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think right now the big thing is a lot of, and I've been noticing this with a lot of guys talking about other sports that motorsports they're watching. Formula One with their Drive to Survive, they're making it a real good insight into how a motorsports should be run, how money should be divvied up to even guys that are, you know, even though it's the same 20 guys every weekend, the guy in 20th place fucking walking away with $30,000. And I understand Formula One is so much bigger than our sport, but it's pathetic that we still have, in a day and age, about how much money the sport is making, that privateers that are living out of their fucking van just to make it to go race. And at the end of the year, they're actually in the negative when it comes to the money they've made. And I understand people will say, well, oh, that's the lifestyle that they've chosen. Yeah, I understand that. But it's like they're also putting their life on the line for other people's enjoyment to watch them ride, even though people will say, well, only here for so many guys. Well, it's like the privateers are the reason why these races even go on. Because if you just talked about the factory teams, fucking half of these races wouldn't even exist. It's these other privateers that are spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of their own money every year. And for me, I get a little more pumped up on it because I'm just like a normal guy. I've been mechanic to privateers. I know the struggle they go through, and I understand the average fan doesn't really care about that. But the thing is that if people knew more of these guys' stories, they wouldn't just brush it aside. And like I said, it just pisses me off. These dudes are living in Walmart parking lots. Fucking, I remember when we were doing the Arena Cross series, having to take showers in the fucking stadium or the arena like bathrooms because we couldn't afford to do anything other than that because we were trying to follow our dreams and we're going to go Arena Cross. Well, then the next step's Supercross. So it pisses me off when these guys make nothing and they're literally putting their life on the line every time they throw a leg over that bike.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is I'm not saying, okay, so if there was no money coming in and guys did this and, hey, you know, these promoters broke even, made a little bit of money, and guys had to live in their vans because that's all there was, that is what it is. But I know for a fact that's not true. And it's so funny how, like, Mathis and the, okay, I'm sorry, I won't say his name, so I'm not supposed to say his name.
No. You can say that.
Hold on,
you say that name all the time on this show.
That dipshit that lives in my town. Anyway,
so you're saying we can't go to his house with you? Is that like a thing? Because I was hoping to meet him when I came out there.
Not anymore.
You're really fucking me up here, Cooksey.
Well, hey, I didn't kick his ass, and I don't think he understood how close it was.
Oh, that's
really
funny.
Hurting him.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I didn't. I let it go. Anyway, but when those guys talk about it, have you ever heard him talk about Feld and how they steal money and they have all this money, blah blah blah? Well, think about this. MX Sports and the Outdoor National Series, they get almost as many spectators at $60 a pop.
Yep.
Versus, you know, Feld. They have no overhead. They do not pay to set up these tracks. At least Feld has to go in. That's amazing how they build the track, tear it down. And I mean, like, there's a lot more overhead. They pay for storage. They rent the stadiums.
Yep.
There's no overhead for outdoors. So you're trying to tell me there's no profit? So I get it. Yes, Feld, you can say they probably should share more, but they kind of are what they are. outdoor nationals is straight robbery, in my opinion.
Do we? So I'll ask you this because you're digging into this. Do both series get TV money?
So